It's cold as hell outside today.
And in our house.
I know. I feel like when it gets to like -10, -20, some people probably hear that and like, where the hell do they live? Antarctica?
Has it even gotten -10 this year, babe?
It got down to -20 the other day. And that's why it's been so cold in the house. Because
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure. Yeah. Huh. I'm sure about that. Guys, this is episode 10 of the People Being People podcast with Mona and Tyler. Tyler and Mona. This is the 10th episode of season 1. We're excited to get into it. It's Monday morning. Everyone, let's get our week off to a good start. Happy Monday. Self-love isn't an easy journey.
Especially when you came from a really broken place inside of you.
It's an everyday choice.
Happy Monday!
Yeah, so you ready for this week?
Heck yeah.
You ready for this week, bro? We got a special guest on the show today with us. This is my man's KDC. If you don't know who he is, you sleep, man. Y'all got to get into him.
Exactly.
Hey, still sipping water in this bitch.
He's on the next level here.
Thank you.
Still sipping water. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, my man's KDC. He is an up-and-coming artist and songwriter. We can't forget that because my man is crazy with the pen. Like, bro, he's seriously making the best music that I've heard coming out of the Midwest.
It's
honestly.
True. No hate to anyone else. Or not trying to be mean, but no, it's true.
It's a lot of talented people out there, and he's just one of them. And he's the best in his class right now. Like, the music that I've heard come from KDC it's timeless.
Exactly.
It's timeless. That's the best way to describe it.
And I wouldn't say he's just an artist. He's also a businessman. Don't you agree? I feel like because you have other interests too. It's not just about music.
That's really how I gotta be though when you're an independent artist. Like,
yeah, the bro is most definitely business minded. He reminds me of like, a young Jay-Z, young Ho.
He's getting all cocky over there.
Jay-Z, Big B's, yeah.
Yes, sir. He most definitely has that mindset when it comes to his music and what he's doing creatively, not just creatively, but with the ideas that, the bro comes up with. And me, I'm so thankful to know you, bro. Like, myself and Mona Lisa, we're so glad to share this moment with you and have you on the show because, we really want to have these sort of conversations with like-minded people like yourself and
people that are grinding, hustling.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like having you on the show, we're going to get to touch on some things today that we probably haven't talked about yet on the podcast. So
that's a fact.
Yeah.
First, I want to ask him the first question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when did your interest with music start happening? Like, has it always been within you, or like when did you discover it?
Like 3rd grade, probably. 2nd, 3rd grade.
Wow.
Like when Lil Wayne dropped like that a milli.
Oh!
Yo, every kid on the block was dropping the Millie freestyle.
Yep.
And like me and the homies just like found an old mic, plugged it into one of my homies' computer. We all laid down like shit, like like just little freestyles on it. So ever since then, like,
would you be in talent shows?
Like growing up?
Yeah, like like in elementary or middle school, there'd be like talent shows. You can like sing, dance. Yeah. You wouldn't do that?
Nah.
You said, no, I'm too cool for
that.
Nah, it's not even that. I don't feel like there was like the opportunities, but I kind of was thinking, I'm like, damn, was I bougie even when I was younger? Like, damn.
Like, I feel like every kid wanted to be in the talent show. I know I did, and I couldn't because I don't know.
See, I wasn't like full like, oh, I'm about to be a rapper, like in 3rd grade. I was just like, it was fun to do,
Yeah, just a hobby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Look at you now. You're writing for people. Some people that everyone watching this podcast I know has heard about, What's some of your writing credits, if you don't mind sharing?
Like, I don't know, there's a lot of people, like, on Instagram it just says, like, Kehlani and Wiz and, like, Trey Songz and Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
But, like, recently it's been a lot more, like, Drake and fucking A Boogie. And
that's crazy.
Who else we do a lot? We do a lot of Cardi B, like, records, which is wild.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah, and Chris Brown and Usher. How could I forget? Shout out that nigga Usher, yeah?
Hey, really, Usher?
Oh, he on the comeback.
He was really?
Nuts.
He was literally, that was the first concert I went to, Usher. Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with him.
You never told me about that.
Yeah, watch.
My
when you
stepmom.
go to an Usher concert, did you sneak out or some shit?
No, my stepmom.
We got going?
We went to the cities. We had a girls' time. I think it was in the cities.
How old were you?
Like, I don't know, 12, 13 maybe.
Well, I've probably been, I don't know, maybe I was like 14, 15 when I went to my first concert.
That was a dope concert. I was all singing along, my little 12-year-old self.
Yeah.
He hasn't made music in a while.
What you talking
just
about?
Collabed with Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
And
how you know.
he got a new album coming out too, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I used to love him, but honestly, I haven't listened to him because I just feel like he started like doing like more commercial. Is that
like dance type?
Yeah,
EDM?
and
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't him. Like
no, like back in the day, it was more like real R&B.
R&B. See, that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah, it's more so kind of pop
about
now.
too.
Yeah, but now it's more like
Pop,
I don't kind of like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
It's like that top 40.
Yeah.
The Weeknd kind of changed too with his sound.
I mean,
it happens.
Yeah.
Times change, things change.
They just
Do
progress.
you listen to any? Do you listen to The Weeknd?
I don't really listen to a lot of people, but no.
But yourself?
Like,
No, that's okay.
I know him, like I'm familiar with his work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really listen to him like that.
Really? I
mean,
used to be obsessed with him too.
Yeah, that's how it goes too. Like when you're an artist, I can relate to that because you don't want your judgment and you don't want your creativity getting clouded by what everyone else is doing.
Exactly.
So I can understand that. Yeah.
People used to call me Baby Drake and like.
Would you get mad?
It's just like I don't like to be compared to like other artists type shit.
Like you're your own person.
Yeah, like obviously people got influences. Like is Drake like? It's like that nigga's like the GOAT, bro. Like that's like a Tupac type shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like GOATs, like that's who we grew up on. Like I was born when Tupac died. Like that's all I know.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Like growing up,
That's
people who around like that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it
So
too,
cut
because
him off.
it's 2020. No, you good. We do that so much on this podcast. We're terrible about
I'm
it.
so bad.
We got
What you talking
reviews.
about?
What did you say?
I said sorry to cut Drake off.
Oh, I thought you said sorry to cut you off.
My bad.
He was a KDC. Was like what?
What? No, because we cut.
I'm bad about that too. My bad.
No, we cut each other off so much on this podcast. Like we're starting to get reviews about it and stuff. Like yeah, y'all do. But I mean, it's the people.
Look at Gary V.
Right.
Conversating, like it happens. When you conversate.
Yeah. It's the People Being People podcast, and we just people being people. That's what it's about. Yeah, but no, like just talking a little bit about time and where we are today and music and just how things change. I just think us as individuals and up-and-coming entrepreneurs, we always have to be ready for the change and embrace the change. And so many people get caught up in things staying the same. The old. Even in hip-hop, there's so many people still to this day like, oh, that's not real rap, or oh, that's not this. And they're so caught up in the way things went in the 80s and 90s, and we're in 2020, And like even you being your third grade self, just for fun, making music.
Yeah.
You probably had no idea you would be where you are today with music, making some of the records
it's like
that you made.
Like,
so
crazy, so that's why I do think about it too. Like a decade ago, like I probably wouldn't think where I was. Like I didn't think I'd be like here. Like I kind of did. Like when I was younger in third grade, I always had dreams like, I'm about to be like Lil Bow Wow. I'm about to have a home, man. Woo! We out here like I always thought, but like I don't know. Like as far as down to like detail and everything. And I just feel like the more work you put in, like the
more
like the longer it's gonna like last. Like like I'm trying to build an empire. Like that's brick by brick. Like it take days. It's not gonna like just.
And
come.
I seen you do post a Snapchat this morning. A little quote. What was it like? It was like, something for the process. God damn it, I don't remember. But it was something along what you said. But okay, I have a question though. When did you you said you were in third grade. First, did you ever have like a real job, like 9 to 5 job? So you've never had a job?
Hey,
my parents tried to force that on me so heavy too. Like
really?
They'd ground me like, no phone, nigga. You ain't about to get that job for the summer. No phone, no laptop.
So
fuck that mic. We taking all that. Like they never really like supported my music when I was younger, low key. Like
damn. So
that's crazy.
When would that affect you? You think, or were you like, no, whatever, mom, I'm gonna still do it?
I would go fill out them apps like sometimes, yeah, if they taking the mic type shit. Alright, I'll take my little bike. I'm gonna go ride, go fill out some apps like this, like 6th grade type stuff. So like I would do that, but nah, I've never like worked a job or nothing. Like only if I got grounded. My stepdad actually used to own my old stepdad. He used to own a fucking shop. Can I cuss on here?
Yes.
Oh my God! Fuck, shit, ass, titties, booties.
So like, I used to have to work in there with him actually, like sometimes when I was grounded, but
I mean,
it's like I'm hanging out with my stepdad type stuff. Like I'm not really doing anything. You? I don't think so.
No, you're like no.
Yeah. It was more so kind of a thing, like maybe to try and teach you something.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
It did kind of, I would try to sell to people, like, tell them, I'd be like, watch this. And I, like, talk to them.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like bro was probably, at the end of the day, he was like, all right, you're going to have to pay up now. Because bro is getting his money. He's doing his thing on the writing thing.
Yeah, you're always, I can tell. No,
Bro's getting his money. His music is across every streaming platform you can think of.
Yes,
bringing in tens of thousands of streams. And, to each their own. Some people have the entrepreneur mindset. Some people need to work to be motivated, and some people are self-motivators. Because I can think of myself, working jobs that I didn't want to be at those points in my life. That's when I would say I was able to muster up a lot of motivation, because I was in a situation and in a place I didn't want to be. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. And then there's those people like KDC that are just born with it, are born with the natural talent. Yeah, doers.
Hey man, I try. Y'all being kind over there.
No, I really feel like, because the other day you were over here like a week or so ago, and we were talking about you like changing your aesthetic and filters. You did that right when you got home. Away. I was like, oh dang, like that would have took me a day or two.
Right away.
Like you just.
He's a doer. He gets to it. What needs to be done, he does it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I think everyone out there needs to surround themselves with people like KDC, people that are doers, people that are self-motivators. Go ahead and stream his music right now. I actually want to play this joint. It's one of your newer joints. You dropped it about a month ago. I'm going to play 2 joints.
SoundCloud exclusive, though. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Yeah.
So
this 2017, 2018. Like,
so you want people to go to...
they can go wherever they
want.
Wherever. It's still going to be a hit, but ain't no one know what I really got, like, waiting to drop.
Oh my God.
You showed us some stuff, and I'm like, oh my God.
I'll plead the fifth. I'm going to play that Wake Up. That's one of my,
I like that too.
That's gonna get you motivated this Monday. You look
message, bro.
Right.
Have I heard that? I don't think
it's
so.
New.
Maybe. It's on SoundCloud. Like, I'm going crazy on SoundCloud.
So you're not going on Spotify anymore? Or
I will, but like there's certain releases, like for everything I'm doing on SoundCloud right now, like this is what people gotta understand. Like this is a business. This is a music business. Like there's shit you gotta do before you can really be making money off of other people's work. Like if you're trying to do it right.
Yep.
Like so for everything on SoundCloud, it's like I don't know these producers. These are free beats. Like all I know, I could have got them off YouTube like 3 years ago. Like I don't even know. I just know I don't know them. Like they tags is running through the beats. Like now my shit's like no tags. Like not purchase your track today, nothing like that. Like I know the producer, I could text him right now, be like, yo, send this beat, send the stems or whatever. So when it comes down to business, it's like, how much do you want? Like we can get that figured out right then. How much do you want percentage wise? Like everything. Like I really have learned the business over the past 2 years. Like it's way deeper than just the music.
Yeah,
exactly.
And speaking of that, you just worked with one of Chris Brown's producers, right?
Yeah. Shout out Orlando,
crazy,
my boy.
Crazy.
Orlando.
Oh, I'm
going to go ahead and play that Wake Up joint. Let's get it.
Are you just going to put the mic to the...
No. Just... Hey, still sipping water. This water, not
this
Patron.
Is hot chocolate.
Not vodka. Hey. Perfect to start the Monday morning with.
Yeah, it is. Man. Yeah, I haven't heard this one yet, so...
That's 12:34, bro. We out here. I'm not in the world, no. My morning then started, bro.
Real. Hey, if you're not getting your morning started bright and early, you're missing the worm.
That's fact.
What is a day like for you? Like, when the time you get up, I want to know, like, when the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, like, do you have, like, a set routine, or...
I feel like in certain aspects, like I'm a pretty spiritual person.
Yeah.
So I feel in that aspect, like it's probably I got like a routine. Like when I wake up, I definitely gotta like visualize, like meditate for like 15 minutes, make sure I get in like the right vibrations, so I can like start my day, check my phone. Like I don't even check my phone like right when I wake up. Like that's one thing I'll be trying to tell people, bro. Like don't be doing that. Like that's the biggest thing. Our phones are like, I just like can't even have people. I can't even have conversations with people because the phones like. Them shits is just wild. Like, they're tools, bro. They're not supposed to be, like, used for, like... how they're used. Like they can be used for entertainment, but you only got 24 hours in a day, yo. Like if you work in a job, there goes 6 to 8 hours right there. You sleeping 8 hours a day, that's 16 hours right there. You only got like 6-8 more hours. Like if you spending 3-6 hours watching Netflix, like what are you doing for your other 3? Eating, like.
And that's so
like
true.
Everything with me is timing. Like when I wake up, like I'm trying to get to it. Like I'm busting out like whatever I gotta do, marketing shit. Like get my music out there, get my sweaters out, my merch, whatever. Like talking to people, making shit happen. Like just brainstorming, trying to have some ideas and just like I kind of just like let shit play out, But like if I got something scheduled for the day, like I get that out the way. But like my schedule's free. Like that's the like I feel like I always think about that. Like I think people should work like jobs, but like I feel like I honestly I'm like probably like one of the most like free people like out here. Like like I honestly can just like do whatever the fuck I want. Like it's like just what you want to do, Like I don't have to work around like a job schedule or anything.
That's awesome. No, and something you just mentioned, just the hours that we have in a day, 6 to 8 to 9. Some people work 12-hour shifts, and then they get like 5 to 8 hours of sleep. Most people, like myself, maybe like a 5-6 solid hours of sleep. And just thinking about that, we need our sleep. We aren't the healthiest when we don't get the right amount of sleep. So if you are getting 8 hours a day and spending a couple hours to eat your meals and stuff, we really don't have time to fuck around. Like if you really want to make the most out of your life, the time is now.
Do it.
Find your passion.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned with the cell phones, that's so true, because I'm even guilty of it. Sometimes I'll be on my phone and I'll just be scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm supposed to be like working right now. I'm not supposed to just be, God, these phones are so addicting.
Yeah, they are.
Dude, I don't care about my, look at my shit.
You said I don't care.
How, like, I can still do whatever I do.
Last week,
I can get that money. Like, that's all that I care about. Like I said, it's a tool. Like, until this shit's literally not working, I'm not getting a new phone. I don't care that much.
Yep.
Speaking of it being a tool, that just brings something to mind, because I feel like this is very important in our day-to-day, starting up businesses and running a startup company. Like, we can attest to this, how important social media is. It's our number one means of marketing. It's how we talk about our business, and it's really how we show our clothing to the world. And we are living proof that social media is such a powerful tool, and that if we want to utilize these tools that we have in front of us today that are free, tools like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yep, we have to take advantage of them. And just seeing what you do, how you've been able to break into the industry and work with producers like the ones that you work with, and work with artists and write for these people that you write for. To my understanding, you've connected with some of these people using social media and utilizing it to its fullest potential.
In the long run, like, it's crazy how I even meet these people, but like it probably did start from social media.
Yeah, is it social media, or is it just like this person that knows this person that blah, blah, blah?
It kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It's both though.
Yeah,
because I know that you're really intentional with the way you use your phone. Like, we talk quite often, and like, we're working, we're busy all the time. We know you're busy all the time, and it's like when we do talk, when we do talk, it's work related, and then when we get together, we can talk about more things that are going on in our life, but
more personable.
We still be putting that action in,
though. What's that?
When we get together, it's like we pretty much put work in, though.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're still hanging out, but like we working.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I feel like we get more time too, because we're really intentional with, like you said. I know you're very intentional with the way you use your cell phone, and we don't always get to talk about the things that we talk about in person. So it really inspires me how you utilize social media and how you're intentional with the time, that you set aside throughout your day to jump on those platforms and do what you do, because, that's something that's very important. I feel like it's something all of us can be doing. Anyone listening to this podcast.
I'm about to drop a gem then. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I already know where you're going with it. Like, low key, I think I don't even put that much time in like social media, to be honest. Like, if like I didn't have to do social media,
you wouldn't.
No, for sure. Like, it's like it's 2020 though. Like, if you're non-social media, you're slipping. Like, a 9-year-old kid could build like $1 billion business by like whatever. 15, all through Instagram.
No, like 20.
Who knows? Like he could sell that $1 million for sure. He could like sell a profile or anything. Like it's just ridiculous things you can do with the social media and the power. But like, sorry, now I gotta like round back with it.
Oh, go
But
ahead.
like as far as like social media, the gen I was saying, I really think people should do ads.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you don't even have to do anything. You just have your best content out there, and if you're running ads, you're daily just putting it up like boom. But
you can keep talking. I just want
to budget. No, go ahead.
Oh my God, I see you over there.
What do you have to say about it?
Because I know what you mean.
Bro.
Because I know what he means when he says ads, but at the same time,
Facebook ads, Instagram ads
are hard though still, because we are still trying to figure it out.
You gotta
figure it out.
Find your niche, your target.
It's your ad spend too. You know, you can't be somebody like we're a startup company. We don't have $500 a day.
I think whatever you can put into it, it'd be worth it. Honestly.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, there is ways
today for that.
Yeah, there is ways that you can utilize ads where you have an ad spend of $2 a day, $5 a day. But you know, at the same time, you get what you pay for. So you know, we can't expect to thousands of people to be clicking our ad every day if our ad spend is X amount of dollars. You know,
unless we have dope content, you never know. Anything is
that's what
possible.
That's exactly what it comes down to.
That's a good point. A very good point. Because if the content is good, people are going to see it and engage with it. But if it's like shitty content and you're putting half-ass work into what you're putting out into the world, like of course nobody's going to engage with it.
No, I think I don't know. I think social media is very important.
Yeah.
I do too. I think I'm sleeping on it. Like I should be on it a lot more, but like Instagram is like dead at this point, and that's what I spent so much time like building up. And like at this point now, it's just like a networking tool. Like I'm not really focused on building a fan base there. And for like it's always different for everything, but I can really speak for myself and for like artists, and I feel like really for. Like, yeah, I'm just speaking as an artist because that's what I feel like I am at day one. But, like, as far as an artist, I really feel like you want to push your music. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's what you're trying to get out there. Like, so why not push the music? So you need to figure out ways how to push the music.
Yep.
And that's, like, with everything has their own ways that can be marketed on their own platform, you know? YouTube has ads. Spotify has ads. Like, everything has ads. Like, every platform has a way that you can do some kind of marketing.
That's a good point.
Have you ever done ads on your music? Or?
Oh, for sure. I wasted thousands of dollars just fucking around the ads, have no clue, just trying to learn it myself. Like,
do it. I mean, did it work for you?
In a way.
In a way. I mean,
I don't really feel like it was worth it, but I know, and I just was like saying do ads, but like I really think like if you're like me, like I'm not putting time into social media like that. If you're daily making content, because that's what it's about, consistency. How consistent are you going to be on the social media? That's when you grow a platform. That's when you grow followers, et cetera, and it has to be good content. But I agree. Like I don't have time to like do that, like to be focused on that. Like, I got other things I'm really trying to like do,
and that's okay too.
That's okay, you know, because there is. You have to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are, and that's where you can outsource. You know, you don't have the time to put into social media, so you know that's why you as an artist having a content developer or a photographer or a graphic designer, that's where that comes into
exactly.
And then they can focus on that side. Yeah, right. So collaborating with your peers is very important, you know, and building
build
something.
A team.
Yes,
exactly.
Build a team.
And don't jump right to the freaking top dogs, you know, like, oh, I'm trying to get there. Like you have to take the appropriate steps, you know, like you said, build a team.
Shout out to producers.
A lot of people waste time doing that, you know, just not realizing what they have in front of them and wanting to, like you said, jump to the top dogs. Like,
it's fear.
I'm going to waste my time here just because I'm trying to get to this. And to each their own, there's nothing wrong with setting those goals for yourself and, you know, aspiring to do that and to, you know, work with people that are already established in their industry. But you do have to utilize tools that are in front of you and work with your peers and collaborate. You know, we can attest to that. We work with a lot of our peers, and, you know, even if it's just sitting down and talking for 30 minutes and bouncing ideas back and forth, that is very important because, you know, you have to work with what you have. If we waited around, we wouldn't be where we are today. We didn't start Wake with much money, you know. We started Wake with a couple grand.
Yep.
People don't want to start.
Right.
Exactly.
That's where it all begins.
Yeah.
On me. Starting. And that's the hardest thing to do too, because like I said, it's fear. There's levels to everything. Like how we talking about what we talking about right now, like this topic, like yeah, you can't expect to like not have one song out and like, oh, I'm about to work with Drake. Hell yeah. Exactly. I'm about to have that collab tomorrow. Yes,
and I feel like you have to be good too. I mean,
well, exactly. It's practice.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. There's levels to this. Like, nothing's gonna come overnight. I've already said that. Like, it's a grind, bro. I've been doing this for 10 years, and like,
that's crazy.
I do know. I feel like I'm really halfway there, type. Like, to what I'm trying to do, but like. Honestly, like, yeah, I'll do another 10 years. Like, I'm just on other stuff right now. Like, there's a whole nother level. Like, this whole decade, I'm thinking about bigger things than me. Like,
that's dope.
And just get it. And don't limit yourself.
Right. And I like how you brought up, you know, the practice part of it, because like if you're somebody in music, or you know, if you play basketball, or if you're doing something and you ass like and you suck at it today, like don't get discouraged. Put the work in, put the practice in, and get good at it. Things take time, you know. Things don't come overnight. And if you realize that you can take the time out of your day and dedicate, you know, 8 hours a day, you know, you got to go all in. That's what I feel like. You got to go all in. Dedicate 8 hours of your day to what it is that you want to achieve, whether it's mentally or physically. If you're physically putting that work in, good. If you're focused on it mentally and working on it within your head while you're at work, while you're at school,
love it though.
That's good too. You got to love it too. You got to have a passion for it, for sure.
Yeah, but what if like people like me, I just get bored really fast. So what do we do then?
Well, that's the person.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like I try a lot of different things, but I like doing it, but I just get bored. I think I swear my
maybe you
discipline.
Get lazy.
Lazy probably.
Yeah,
lazy.
It's discipline, like Tyler said, low key.
What is that in regard to? Is that in regard to what you're doing like now? Like what is
No,
that?
just like in the past, you know, just with certain stuff, like you'll be like, yeah, you have to keep doing it. I'm like, oh, I'm bored of it.
Well, yeah, that's the person's
fault. But it's
fault.
not that I like it, but I mean that's
the person's fault though. Like that's there's no one
I
to
just
blame
figured
but
it
the
out
person.
in my head. It's discipline, okay?
You sound like you already overcame it though.
Yeah. I feel
like,
I'm working
and it's
on
crazy for me, bro, hearing this come from her, because she talking like she don't like put work in every day.
I don't know.
Why do you do that to yourself?
Because I just can't give myself credit. I don't know why.
No, I feel you. That's how I am too.
Like I just feel like I'm not doing enough ever. Like I'm like I just need to do more. I need to do more.
It's because we want it now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is, but sometimes I feel like you look at me in a bad way. Like, why do you beat yourself up? It's not that I want to. It's just I don't know.
Well, it's because you're afraid to give yourself credit, like you just said. Like you can be doing good in this area, but you're scared to give yourself credit. Maybe because
you know you want more.
Yeah. Maybe because you feel like if you start giving yourself credit, you're going to slack up a little bit.
Probably.
But giving yourself credit is the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself, because no one else is going to praise you the way that you can praise yourself. Yeah, but it's coming from the outside. People to believe in you. Yeah, that's from the outside though. That's somebody else. Like me, I'm from the outside. Like, who are you within? How do you feel about yourself within? That's what it comes down to. That's what I believe.
But what if I just like people telling me like they're proud of me? Is that bad?
Maybe there's
something. I'm being literally serious, because I do like.
There's something going on within, man.
But you shouldn't do it just for that.
Yeah, true.
There's something going on within, because if you have to depend on something exterior to make you feel a sense of accomplishment, if it's not coming from you, that's self-love.
I'm still on my journey of self-love.
Yeah, we all are. If it's not coming from you, and this is for everyone out there, not just for you. Like, if it's not coming from you, like we speak about a lot on this podcast, you know, you have to dig within and figure that out.
And that's what I told you, like I'm really working on within myself. Like, and like I've been like getting up in the morning, I will journal a little bit, and it makes me feel good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and that's good.
Like I'll be like what I'm thankful for, like what I want, and
yeah, that's good.
Start working on giving yourself more credit too.
Yeah, you should.
Do that. I think we all need to give ourselves more credit, because you know, who do we rely on when everybody else starts shitting on us? Like when shit hits the fan, right?
I was gonna say yourself.
Rely on yourself. And you've been there before.
Yeah.
You know, we've all been there before, where everyone turned their back on us. Who do we depend on in those times?
Speaking of depending, exactly. Speaking of depending on yourself, have you ever felt like giving up? Like.
Damn, you lucky, a couple times, like it's crazy, but like it's only like a couple seconds, you know.
Exactly.
But even to me to have those thoughts is like,
damn.
I just feel like everyone.
I think we need those seconds too. You need those times where you cry and you freaking like you pissed off at the world and shit, and you get that energy out of you, and then you come back and you're like, all right, let's get it.
There's light in the dark.
Of stories.
We've had a couple of times. Remember that one time we were laying in bed and we were so frustrated at the world together, and we both look at each other like, let's start punching the pillows and screaming. So we both go, ah! We just punching the pillows. It made us feel better, okay?
On the real.
And we're like,
that's all that matters.
You gotta get that.
That should feel good, yeah.
Exactly. Like sometimes you just need to be like, fuck it. Fuck everything. God.
I've heard so many success stories of people that got to that breaking point where literally they broke down like at nothing. Like
success
nothing less.
Right after that though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the gem right there. Success comes right after those breaking points.
Your biggest success could be after your biggest like fall down, your biggest L.
Yep.
The one that make you quit. If you could have overcame that, cuz shit.
Yep.
You couldn't wait 72 more hours.
And boom.
Yeah, dead
I
ass.
swear, like when we hit those, because you know, success it is like a roller coaster. This journey that we're on, you know, being up and coming entrepreneurs and starting up, you know, the company that we run, you know, it is very much like a roller coaster, right? And usually when we hit those down points, I promise you, you know, I'm starting to realize the cycle. There's always something good on the other side.
Exactly.
Always.
Do you ever think that you can always just never have those days?
Like downfalls? No.
Oh, no.
It's just part of life, right? That's what I think too.
Yeah, do you think
everyone
so?
should just like get over that. Like it's part of life. That's how I kind of feel too. But some part of me kind of feels like, nah, you know, I could just always have it good ups, but no, you can't have no ups without having no downs.
Yeah,
it's just life. It's like yin and yang. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's facts. Right
like
there.
if you wouldn't have had those bad moments, you wouldn't even know what you want. You know. Like, you know what you don't want when you down bad. You're like, nah, I don't want that. I'm trying to get this. So that's what keeps you, you know, that's what keeps you going.
That's facts right there. You know, you got to have that balance because life would be boring without it. Like,
that's facts.
You know, that
like
even
just
when you wouldn't want nothing. You wouldn't have no desire, nothing. It'd be too easy.
Just always happy. Just always everything going your way. Like,
if you look at life too, everything has a, like you said, a yin and a yang to it. You know?
For sure.
Everything,
everything,
life in itself,
literally.
You know, plants die in the fall, and you know they come back to life in the spring.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Everything has it.
This last winter,
you know,
or now this winter, but the beginning of fall. You've told me that because
it's just how everything in existence works. Everything has a positive and a negative. Everything has an up and a down. There's two sides to everything.
So enjoy the good.
Yeah.
When it's really good. And get through the bad.
Yeah, get through the bad.
Focus on that good all the time. Law of attraction.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
And also, you know, when you're going through those bad times too, embrace it. You know, fill it out. Sit with those feelings. You know, sit with those feelings because, you know, those are the best teachers.
What do you do when you get mad? Like, are you an angry person or do you really
I used to be a puncher. I used to like punch shit, break shit.
Really?
I don't do that no more. Like I said, like the more you go down and like the more you can overcome it, like you been there before, you know, if you bend down, you know how to get the fuck out of it. Like it's not an issue, you know, like how to control your emotions. And that's one of the biggest things. You got to control your emotions, your energy. Like, like that's why I say when you're down bad, you don't even want to focus about being down bad. You want to focus to where you're trying to get out of. That's the biggest thing.
That's a good point.
So what do you think your downest point was in life so far? I know
I had depression at one point.
Like like after high school or during?
I think it was after high school.
How old
for like a year or two. I'm 21.
Yeah, so I mean we're all still really young. So
But I think that was my lowest point.
Lowest, okay.
I think that at that time too, that's kind of like when you graduate from high school, you're kind of out in the world, starting to figure things out on a different level. You know?
It's just life.
Yeah,
it's life.
So what did you do to get out of it?
Man, time, yo.
Yeah.
Like
you just went through it.
Yeah, you know, really just had to get through it, you know, like tough it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think that having something, you know, just knowing who you are within, like you by nature, I feel like you're a creative. Like because when I listen to your music, it sounds like it just comes naturally, you know. Not only, you know, bro, he doesn't, like, some of his music, most of it, he doesn't even write, you know?
I know.
Most of it. Yeah, for sure.
And
you literally, I
that
think
just
you told
shows
us
you.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That shows you by nature. That's just who he is. So learn who you are by nature and focus on that. and just focus on building yourself up. Focus on who you are at heart, and really nurture that. Really nurture that and spend time with it, because
that's the only way it's gonna happen too.
Yeah,
exactly. Do you record music every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I never asked you that.
It's like
I honestly wanted to know.
Like right now, I honestly haven't like recorded in about like a week, but I've been like mad busy. Like I just do so much shit. Like I can't even like, I'm not at the point where I can even like fully focus on being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And like I songwrite too, so it's like I even got to balance those two things out. But on top of trying to be a businessman and trying to like start other ventures and everything else, like it's just hard. Like I know you want to focus on like one thing, but still, like, you gotta have like streams of revenue. Like I said, there's levels to this. Like, I'm not at the point where I'm like out here selling out shows, touring around the the whole nation, getting paid for $30K for booking type stuff. Like, that's not where I'm at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
you will one day though.
For sure, that's
you
right.
will.
I express that.
Yep.
Yeah, so you very much are dabbling in everything,
and that's okay too. Like, don't
like you said, Lil Jay-Z, I appreciate
on
that.
the real.
Like, yeah,
why,
I look at the Jay so much.
Jay-Z,
for
Jay-Z,
sure.
I know
Billionaire.
I don't really know much about him.
And he a
I'm gonna
rapper,
be honest.
bro.
First billionaire,
and he used to sell crack.
First billionaire. People feel like
he was a drug dealer.
Everyone know that. Like,
yeah,
that's why I think it's dope. Like,
he's
a street nigga for sure. Like,
did he ever get locked up?
Bees. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Look, so kind of like we talked about last week with 2 Chainz, his career. Him
I still can't believe he is 40 years old.
Man, he rebranded.
He's rebranding.
Really?
He rebranded.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I thought you meant he's currently. Yeah, he used to be Titty Boy.
That's what turned him up. That's what y'all need to look into too. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's how you stay alive these decades. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why certain people still here. Like
go back to the drawing board.
Dre, even Wiz. Like they've been. Even Drake. Like they've all been out here like decades. You feel me? Like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went back to the drawing board. Yeah, JC. He didn't get his first hit to like 32, 33, something.
I don't even know. I know he didn't drop his first album until like 26.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just a journey,
Yeah.
Yep. All his peers were soaring above him, getting hit records on Billboard and everything, and he was still in the hood. Slanging.
He never gave up on himself. That's the thing. You don't give up on yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone has their own journey.
Dreams. Yeah.
It's not really a race, yo.
Yeah.
No.
I really don't think it's a race. It's a journey, yo.
And I think
why not be on the journey with a bunch of people, too?
Yeah, exactly.
Yay, we all headed to the same place, you feel me?
And I think social media sometimes gets the best of people because...
In what way?
Like...
Because they're looking at everybody.
Yeah, just... For example, like, it's not a race. I feel like social media, like, if you're
on
Instagram... And
I don't fuck with social media either.
I know. I used to be like that. Like, I used to be like that, like, 2 years ago? Just like,
I don't like looking at that.
Look at everyone's life and look at my life. And
but that motivates you, though.
It does.
That's why I get the fuck...
And it gets me more...
Let's get to it then.
More creative and more ideas, too.
Yeah.
Inspires me.
It's an exchange of energy for sure. It might be through our devices, but... just because it's through a screen doesn't mean you're exchanging energy with somebody else,
Yeah.
Because we're all connected in some way. So you looking at this person's life and thinking about this person's life, you exchanging energy with that person, whether it's in a negative way or a positive way.
What'd you say?
Building into their hype, not yours, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could. I feel like it's more on the negative side than the positive side most times because we're comparing our life to these people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a handful of people that I watch on social media, but other than that, I try to stay away from looking at everybody.
Right.
Oh, me too. I used to be always.
Yeah.
I just had to stop. I'm like, just stop. Like, what's the point of this? Like, get your ass up and do some work.
Yes. Being intentional with social media is so important. Some of the people that I watch, I love, of course, our guy, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
My guy, Grant Cardone. I love listening to Russ. I feel like I watch more of his interviews than I listen to his music.
Russ.
Yeah, Russ is good.
I love Russ. His music, his mind, on point. Those are some of the 3 people that I listen to.
What about you? Do you listen to any, or not really?
I listen to a lot of Traction people. I'm very spiritual.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
I'm probably crazy to most people.
I feel like we attracted this relationship right here.
Oh, for
this
sure.
Friendship that we got. Attract the right people into your lives. You can do it. You have it within you to do it.
Type of people you are anyways. That's just what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
So however you are, if you grimy, you gonna be hanging out grimy ass niggas.
On the real.
If
you're a shitty person,
that's just how I could think. Like, yeah.
No, it's facts. If you're a shitty person, you're gonna have shitty people around you. You're gonna attract that.
But you can always change that too if you really want to.
Yeah, once you do, that's when you start going up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, that's how your past begins. You start getting in trouble because the people you start surrounding yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I noticed, like once I stop like hanging out with certain people, and I literally stopped hanging out with them because I already like realized this. Like
I know, I was just gonna ask.
Like once I was like 18, I was like, yo, like tell me why like this all ties back to them. Like this ain't really me, you know. Like I don't want to be doing this shit. Like I just want to be the artist. Like why do I want to be doing all this extra shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you get yourself in the most trouble too when you're trying to keep up with the fake look. You know.
Yeah.
When you're not being your authentic self, that's when you get yourself in a lot of trouble. Whether it be hanging out with the wrong crowd, you know, doing things to impress people, going to pursue a career that you really don't want, but you're just trying to hold up this fake look and make everyone around you happy. That's when you start getting yourself in trouble.
Peer pressure, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Hey, we have to be in a place with ourselves where we can just block that noise out and just say fuck what everyone else is thinking and do what we're really passionate about and live our lives for us, because our friends, you know, our coworkers, our boss, our parents, whatever it may be, they're going to have an idea of us that we don't have for ourselves. And at the end of the day, that's why self-awareness is so important, because you got you.
Exactly.
Who are you going to wake up to for the rest of your life? Who you going to wake up to for the rest of your life? You.
Your beautiful face.
That voice in your head, you know, your conscious, you're going to hear that every day waking up. What you say?
So you probably going to wake up to Mona.
Yeah.
Hey, but sometimes if I don't wake up hearing her snoring, if that don't like block out my thoughts.
My man
if
says
I don't snore.
If she not in my face, morning, bro. Maybe I can think to myself for a sec.
Really? Okay, first off, I don't snore. Oh my goodness, the other day.
Hard, dude. How you know?
I don't. But
all girls don't think they snore. I'm telling y'all.
I don't snore. But anyway.
You be talking in your sleep.
Do I really?
Yeah.
You're lying.
If I don't wake up hearing that, I might hear Tyler waking up. I might hear myself like, yeah, let's get to it. It's a new day. But usually, like, you know, I kind of got to pull myself down from that morning breath, you know.
You're so rude.
Come back to earth.
Okay.
I mean, I got morning breath too. I got morning breath too.
The other day I was sleeping with my mouth open, and he thought I was dead. He was like, babe. I'm like, what?
It was scary, yo, because you were just.
I thought you were gone or something.
Just knocked out.
I didn't say you were gone.
I know.
You knew what I thought, though.
I know. You were scared. You're like, babe.
Babe, your mouth was wide open. You were just there. Like, one of your eyelids was open, and you were just there.
Damn.
Like, I'm like, dang.
Crazy.
Dang. You all right? What's going on? What? Scared the shit out of me. Can you imagine waking up to that? Like, somebody's mouth just open, and they eye just open? Scared
I would
me.
be scared, too.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why'd you wake me up? I was in a deep sleep.
I don't want to wake up.
I don't know that. Oh, is that your song?
Come on now with the disrespect.
See, Tyler
everybody,
my boy.
No, I usually listen to all of your music.
It's just because like that shit ain't on Spotify and shit.
It's not on?
Yeah, it's not on Spotify.
See, I go to Spotify and I just...
And I'm dropping daily, so it's like...
I'm a real fan, yo.
Yeah, so I'm on
So are you on SoundCloud dropping
too.
Daily?
Huh?
So you're on SoundCloud dropping. Okay, so I need to go to SoundCloud.
Bro, I got so much music. It's just like, why am I sitting on this? Like,
Can I...
I'm kind of happy with that. Like, when I put this out, it actually feels good, man. Like, it's like, I actually feel like I get to put out like certain messages in my music that I want to be out there. So like, even if I went like today, like I'd be satisfied. Like, not saying I got any plans or like that, like, but I'm just saying like putting it out, like it's good. Like that's my biggest worry. Like I got all this music, bro. Like what if I just never drop it? Like that's my biggest fear. Like
you
what
say
have
you're
been
sitting on like 300
for?
songs, right?
Plus, bro, and that means like ready to drop. Like they fight, in my opinion.
You just need to drop every week, because we were listening to a podcast from Gary, right? And he was talking about that with artists. Daily. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Daily.
He's talking about like albums.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Albums daily?
He thinks an artist will do that eventually.
Drop an album every day.
Dang. Well, okay, for a start, I think you should just drop music daily, because Your music is so fire. Oh my gosh, your music is.
I just put it out there, you know. That's what all I care about. But even you said you didn't even know, like. Yeah. Like that's the thing about it. It's like there's preparation, yo. That's why certain songs, like you gotta really put them on the shelf, and it's called a rollout. You gotta have a rollout. The biggest thing people don't talk about is marketing. When I drop these songs, I'm not doing anything. I'm just dropping them on SoundCloud. If I'm dropping something on Spotify, yada yada, we probably gonna have the music video. Yeah, we probably gonna already know when it's gonna drop. Like I'm just waking up, or I'm up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, about to fall asleep, and I'm like, I'm about to drop a song on SoundCloud tomorrow. I already know, so let me figure that out right now. Make the cover, drop that shit when I wake up. Yeah. Like, it's just doing it properly. Like, the SoundCloud, you know, like, I think just right now, I kind of like the SoundCloud because, like, I feel like I can build a more organic audience through there. So when I want to drop other music, like, it's going to translate to other platforms anyways. But so if I, like, build up a really good audience on there, like I said, it's going to translate to other stuff. Like, since I've been dropping more stuff on SoundCloud, I know it's, like, I got a lot more features and, like, all types of shit. Like, it's kind of just crazy. Like, so I think that just kind of helps. I don't know if it's even me just doing it daily. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but
consistency. I think what you're doing, like with consistency.
I've done all that in the past, though. I've dropped like in 2017, maybe. I probably dropped a song like I feel for the whole year. Like
really,
I went hella hard.
But hey, look, it obviously did something because on your Spotify, what you have like over.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just at certain points. Like at this point, it could be
one song.
Any song. Like that could just pop.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really
that's
matter.
What I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, is the marketing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to even be dropping all these songs, yo. Like, you know my song, Get It? Like, Get It alone. I still think that shit could pop tomorrow. It don't matter.
I love that song.
And that shit 2 years old.
I agree.
Like, so that is good that you drop them. Like, you do need to be dropping, but I think if you have a plan, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you need to have a plan when you drop in at the same time. Like, I have a plan with dropping every single day. Obviously, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm trying to build an audience through that, you know, and at least get some of this music out. Like, if you're dropping and you're trying to, like, maximize, like, this is business. This is what I'm saying. Like, you gotta think of it more than just music. Like, you trying to get this out to people. You feel me? Like, that's what it's about. You can't be getting it out to the same people. Yeah. Because that's where marketing comes in. There's only so much work you can do yourself, and that you can build like organically.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. And I think that, you know, your approach and the way you're doing things, I already know. Every time I see you, I know like this dude is gonna be something like huge someday.
Oh yeah.
It's because you are willing to put the work in, and you're consistent. You're consistent, and I think that's all it comes down to. And putting that work in, being consistent.
I feel like
being intentional with the things that you use, the tools at your disposal.
Exactly. And you're just a positive person.
Yeah, you got that energy.
Man.
Positive man.
You got that energy. It's going to come back to you for sure.
Manifesting all of that's good that you do that.
Yeah, one time, where can everybody find you on social media?
KDC. You can really just type in KDC, at Real KDC on Instagram. But yeah, you can just type in KDC. You'll see a picture of me.
You'll see a picture of me.
The Real KDC on Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook, everywhere. Type The Real KDC in.
Check him out. Check out his music.
Go to YouTube.
Appreciate y'all for having me too.
It's crazy.
Good conversation.
It's crazy.
Check out
Best
one of
many more to come.
Right now.
Low-key legend shit coming. On me.
Let's get it.
Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Monday.
This is the People Being People podcast with Mona and Tyler and Mona. Thank you, KDC, for coming through today. Drip ball! Let's get it. So have a great week, everyone. This is People Being People.
When you came from a really broken place inside of you.
It's an everyday choice.